So imagine a Ghanaian in Nigeria doing this, talking this harsh, insulting the people of the country, the indigenous and all that. Do you think the Ghanaian would even last a day?
When God created the country Ghana, Satan was shocked because it seems like Satan is an angel where Ghanaians are. Ghanaians are extremely terrible people.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today there is something I'd like us to discuss, and it's about this guy called Mazi. Mazi is a Nigerian who resides in Ghana, Kumasi to be precise. That's in the Ashanti region. And this guy does nothing but sits down and always talk down about Ghanaians and always insulting Ghanaians and how stupid they are. But meanwhile, this guy still lives in Ghana. To me, I'm yet to see a Ghanaian in another country that a Ghanaian doesn't like the country and doesn't even like the people in the country, but yet still the Ghanaian still sits in the country and still insults the country and the people as a whole. I'm yet to see a Ghanaian who does that. But any one of you knows somebody who does that, please let me know in the comment section. I've searched around and I've never come across one. A Ghanaian will never do that. If a Ghanaian comes to your country and he finds out there are certain things he can't deal with in the country, or the Ghanaian doesn't really like the country that much, he doesn't come out to insult the country. He will just pack his things, live to where he'll feel comfortable. Because a Ghanaian always wants to feel comfortable. A Ghanaian likes to have his peace of mind. So if he finds himself in an environment where there is no peace, the Ghanaian finds it very difficult to stay. That's why Ghanaians are one of the most law-abiding people. Trust me, you can say whatever you want to say, you can think however you want to think, but Ghanaians are really one of the most law-abiding people. A Ghanaian travels outside, and trust me, the Ghanaian will hardly have issues with authorities regarding the law. You hardly find a Ghanaian breaking laws of the country just like that for no reasons. No. Sometimes even to stay out of trouble, the Ghanaian can be in your country for many years without even going. Like, he will step out all right, but like always going to places that is going to find him some trouble, the Ghanaian would rather prefer to stay at home and mind his business. But there are a couple of Nigerians, like this Mazi guy, who keeps trashing Ghanaians in Ghana, but yet still doesn't want to leave Ghana and still living in Ghana, but yet talking bad about the country and the people as a whole. Who goes to a country? So imagine a Ghanaian in Nigeria doing this, talking this harsh, insulting the people of the country, the indigenous and all that. Do you think the Ghanaian would even last a day? I don't think so. The Ghanaian wouldn't be given a chance to even explain himself. But this guy is in Ghana, calls himself Mazi, and boldly sits on his platform insulting Ghana from morning to evening. Let's go watch the videos, then you get what I'm talking about. Maybe you probably don't understand my frustration, but let's watch the video and get back.
I've already made up my mind that I'll be going back to Nigeria because Ghana is not really for the faint-hearted. You actually need to be a terrible person to survive in Ghana because the Ghanaians are really terrible people. Do you know now Ghanaians? They have so many churches in every corner. The way police is in every junction in Nigeria, churches are in every junction, mosques are in every junction. Yet these people, their hearts, okute, as in, is as black as I don't. These people are, in fact, even Satan. When God created the country Ghana, Satan was shocked because it seems like Satan is an angel where Ghanaians are. Ghanaians are extremely terrible people. These people, with the church and everything that they have, These people's mind is at the back.
So first, he's saying Ghanaians are very terrible people. Is it true? Everybody can attest to the fact that Ghanaians are one of the most loving people in the world. That's why you can come over here to Ghana and be doing this and still be working free. Which Ghanaian can try that in Nigeria? But here's the case whereby you are in another man's country and you still won't mind your business and still goes around trashing the country and its people. Let's continue.
Ghanaians are people that, to be honest, you can't really trust. They end up making it look like Nigerians are the bad people, are the terrible people, because what they put out there is that Nigerians are scammers and all. You know, that's just the term of calling a pot calling kettle black. You understand? Ghanaians are the one who do all these things. Do you understand? But they make it look like they are sent, painting Nigerians bad.
Come on. Do you know the number of Nigerians who have duped people even here in Ghana? Not even in your country, not even in Nigeria, but here in Ghana. And Ghanaians are still quiet over it. If we're talking about people that constantly commits crimes, come on. Come on. Come on, bro. This is crazy. You're just trying to find ways and means to get at Ghanaians, but like I said, if it were to be a Ghanaian doing this in Nigeria, I'm sure he wouldn't be alive by now. Let's keep going.
A Ghanaian will steal from you and he will come and tell you that he caught a thief that stole from you. Oh yeah, show me the thief. He will not be able to show you anything. So anyway, I've made up my mind. I'm leaving this country. I'm leaving Ghana. I'm going back to my home. There are other better countries to come to than Ghana. You have Rwanda, you have Zimbabwe. There are other better countries. Even if they say your placenta is buried in West Africa, it's better you go to Cameroon or you go to Gabon. Ghana is not a place for the faint-hearted. People who survive in Ghana, people who have strong minds, who are even wicked. Because only wicked people that can be wicked people.
So imagine this guy now saying Ghanaians are, for him is classifying Ghanaians, we Ghanaians, as even more evil than the devil himself. Really? Really? If Ghanaians were that evil, come on, you wouldn't even be able to last a minute after this video. Trust me, you wouldn't be able to last a minute after this video. Have you asked yourself why Nigerians always seem to suffer no matter the country they go, no matter where they go, because of their attitude? I mean, not all Nigerians though, but some Nigerians. The bad nuts like this guy. These are the people causing problems for Nigerians. There are good Nigerians, trust me. There are good Nigerians. There are positive-minded Nigerians. But it's some of these bad nuts who keeps like dwindling the name of Nigeria. So you doing this, and imagine a Ghanaian comes across this and then meets you one day on the streets, attacks you or harms you, and then the next thing you're going to hear about that news, or the next thing you're going to hear from Nigerians, is Ghana has become a xenophobic country, or Ghanaians are now xenophobic and all that, but without even knowing exactly what went down, without even knowing exactly the root cause of the problem. Like, this is no joke. Trust me, you can barely do this somewhere and still survive till this day. But yet you still don't want to leave the country. You're still in the country and still trashing the country and leaving the people in it. Let's continue.
Ghanaians have really, really bad hygiene. These people are stingy. They are spending lifestyle. These people are stingy. Very, very stingy. Over stingy, they worry Ghanaians. Now, number one on my list is their hygiene. Ghanaians have really, really bad hygiene. This video is not about bashing on Ghanaians. I'm not really bashing them because I have lots of Ghanaian friends all around, not just in Ghana. I have lots of Ghanaian friends around. I have a Ghanaian friend in UAE, I have a Ghanaian friend in Qatar, I even have a Ghanaian friend in the US, even still here in Ghana and in South Africa. Like, not just platonic friends, like close friends are Ghanaians. So I'm not actually bashing them, but I'm just bringing this out because it's something I've come to understand, that these are their way of life. They don't see things differently. I'm not saying there are no exceptions, there are exceptions, but you can see that it is the really exposed Ghanaians that tend to be very different. So their hygiene is very bad. These people are really dirty.
Trust Nigerians in this world, bro. Why do you always find it difficult to even step out of your country without being questioned a million times? If we are talking about people who are worse than the devil, come on. We don't do no kidnapping here. It's only an evil-minded person who can have the heart to do that. We don't just kill people. But there are people in Nigeria, committing a whole lot of crimes. A whole lot of crimes. They kidnap you, they call your family for ransom, and even if they're not able to make up for the payment or with the payments, come on, the next thing, you are gone. What they're gonna discover or what they're gonna find is your dead body by the roadside. Who is more evil here? Come on, a country where you can't freely walk during midnight because of security issues. And you're saying Ghana is worse than that country? Come on, bro. This guy talking, probably goes out anytime you feel like, comes back home anytime you want. Be it 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. As a matter of fact, you are even doing this video and you're still in Ghana. That alone should even tell a whole lot about the country, though. Come on, you're still doing this and still living in Ghana, still walk on the streets of Ghana. Nobody talking and saying anything to you, nobody attacking you, nobody. Come on. Let me tell you something. Ghanaians, especially Ghanaian youth, are one of the most loving people. A Ghanaian is not in a hurry. Let me tell you, the Ghanaian mindset. A Ghanaian is not in a hurry to make it. The Ghanaian, wants to make it. He really wants to make it. But the Ghanaian wouldn't even think of making it at all costs. But the Ghanaian is always careful before he does things. There are Nigerian guys over here doing anything they like, breaking the laws, disrespecting the laws and all that. We haven't even addressed that yet. These guys even goes to an extent of even dating Ghanaian girls and ending up killing them using their body parts for rituals.
With Nigerians, are we honest again? Even in that Ghana, they have already even tried to tolerate us. There was a day they said it's open inside a toilet common, a safety tank, where they saw a lot of Ghanaian girls, which Nigerian people are selling their parts. But they've never committed up to that level in Nigeria. In Nigeria here, when we gave them package the other day, that Ghana must go.
But you guys are still walking freely in the country. There's nothing like xenophobic attack. Even quite recently, some Ghanaian youth started championing Nigeria must go and all that. But hey, even some of the youth, the Ghanaian youth, also tried their best to tone it down, to do away with that negativity. Because hey, we're preaching one Africa now, man. We are preaching one Africa. That's the future. We are all fighting for Africa to come together as one and to do away with these divisions and borders and all that. But people like you keeps bringing these things up. People like this Mazi guy keeps bringing these things up. There are so many times you see on the news, robberies gone wrong and the people being caught. And then, come on, you see if they are about 10 in number, 7 of them must be Nigerians, 2 Ghanaians. In another man's country, you hear of a kidnapping case. After investigations, it turns out to be a Nigerian. And yet still, in another man's country, and yet still, we are more wicked than the devil. And if the Ghanaian youth strikes, the next thing you're going to hear is Ghanaians are xenophobic. You can do better than this, man. You can do better than this. I just want to state the facts to let you know that, hey, if you want to live in Ghana, you're free to do that. If you think you don't like the country, just move on, bro. You're talking about a whole lot of countries that are much better than Ghana, but what are you doing here, bro? What are you still doing here? Come on, what are you still doing here? This is where your big ass comes to chill. This is where your big ass comes to refresh themselves, like Burna Boy, Wizkid, Davido, and all that. They're always here. Wizkid actually even spends more time in Ghana than in Nigeria. And you guys even goes to an extent of acquiring, using dubious means to acquire our passports. Goes out there, commits crimes, and when you are caught, you tell them you're Ghanaians. Little do you know, your accent is even gonna give you up. Tell me how many Ghanaians or which Ghanaian goes out with a Nigerian passport, and then when he commits a crime, he gets caught, he says he's a Nigerian. Why do you guys need our passports so bad? Bro, if you guys are way better than us, if your country has much more better image than us, come on, what are you doing? What are you doing chasing our passports?
Ghana can never be as developed as Nigeria. Yes, it's the truth. Ghana is not as developed as Nigeria. Although Ghana gained its independence before Nigeria. Ghana had its independence 6th of March 1957, while Nigeria gained its independence 1st of October 1960. So you can say that it's safe to say that Ghana is older than Nigeria with 3 years. But still, Ghana has failed.
Why are you guys always after our passports if our country is as worse as hell? Even the world attests to the fact that Ghana is #1 when it comes to Africa. That's why we always the gateway. And as a matter of fact, if it hadn't have been Ghana, bro, you guys would have still been under colonial rule by now, because Ghana showed you the way, bro. Ghana motivated you guys. It was even Nkrumah who sat down, invited Nnamdi Azikiwe and showed him the way that, yo, this is what I did and got my independence. So use the same strategy. And today, 3 years on, or 3 years later, you guys were able to get your independence. So if not for Ghana, you guys will still be under colonial rule by now. While Ghana is chasing after bigger things, bigger dreams, making a name out there, putting nothing but positivity on Africa, you guys are all around, the bad nuts are all around committing crimes, denting the image of Africa and Africans, making it hard for the African youth to travel outside of Africa. But yet, you still have the mouth to spill garbage. The world is getting sick and tired of Nigerians, trust me. The bad nuts. But it's so sad, it's affecting the positive ones. But, that's why every Nigerian, every positive Nigerian out there has to come out, has to start talking, bro. Start talking to curb this menace. Because it's madness, bro. It's madness. At the end of the day, they have nothing to lose because they have no better image. But you, the good Nigerians, are the ones who are going to suffer the most. So it's better you guys start speaking up against these things. I know of a couple of Nigerians here in Ghana, and most of them are the ladies. Most of them are the ladies. Speaking the truth to the negative Nigerian guys out there. If your country is way better than Ghana, why are you here in the first place? Why don't you ask yourself that everywhere Nigerians find themselves, every country, there turns out to be a problem. The xenophobia incident that keeps happening in South Africa is because of Nigerians. Because they were complaining of Nigerians doing drugs over there, Nigerians using their girls for stupid things like negative things, Nigerians selling drugs to kids over there, Nigerians like, yo. And recently, even in Dubai, Nigerians killing Nigerians because of what? Cultism. You can do better than this, bro. You can do better than this. Ghana is not about negativity. It's all about positivity. You just got to come here with a clean mind. You have to be here with a clean mind. You can always be doing this thinking, yo, me trashing Ghana is going to uplift the name of Nigeria. Come on. Are you kidding me, bro? It's not about you talking. It's about you putting in the act. You being the change you want to see. So you make it look more like the problems of Nigeria doesn't really have to do with the leaders, but some of the bad nuts like you guys, man. And instead of sitting down, realizing it, working on it, you rather try attacking other people. Like I said before, a Ghanaian will never do this in another country. If it gets worse, he will leave. Even if he's going to talk about it, it wouldn't be him still being in that country. Still doesn't want to leave, but trashing the country. Nah, a Ghanaian will never do that. We are not built like that. We were brought up in a proper way. We were well brought up. So we don't do this, man. From infancy, you are told not to hurry in life. From infancy, you are told to respect every nationality. From infancy, you are taught to respect every race. That's why Ghanaians treat foreigners special, like with some kind of special care. Like, why does Ghana have to be everybody's first choice? How come Ghana is every diasporan's first choice? It might not be every, but most diasporans' first choice. Most of the times, they don't just decide. They first come here over and over to test waters to see if it's going to be okay for them to leave. And they come out here, do their research and all that. And then they realize, yo, they can actually do this. They can actually move to Africa. So Ghana even gives them that hope of relocating to Africa. So that's why we are still the gateway to Africa. You guys claiming giants of Africa, well, because of the numbers and nothing better, but let's just take it at that. But I'm just kidding, man. But on more serious notes, hey, we're not saying we hate Nigerians. We can't hate Nigerians. It's the bad things, some of the bad nuts does, that we hate. So that's the Ghanaians for you, or that's a Ghanaian for you. That's Ghana for you. So before you spill any trash, think about what you're gonna say. Big ups to every positive Nigerian out there, man. I just had to speak some sense into this guy's head, bro. We don't really care if we're here legally or not, but you just gotta do the right thing. Just respect the rules, respect the country, respect the people. You don't necessarily have to have all your papers, all your paperwork intact. You can as well live here without your papers or without any documentation. But just, respect yourself. Just respect yourself. Just respect yourself as a foreigner living in another man's country. That's all. so we can all live in peace and harmony, bro. At the end of the day, we're all Africans. If not for the borders, there wouldn't be no need for me to call myself a Ghanaian and you call yourself a Nigerian. Because at the end of the day, we're all blacks. And Africa belongs to Africans. An African is supposed to feel free in Africa. Free movement. So we all preaching one Africa. But people like this Mazi guy are the ones that makes it so difficult for it to come to light. So I think I'm gonna end here, and please do well to subscribe to the channel, hit on the notification button so anytime we do an upload, you just be the first to get a notification. And thanks to every subscriber out there. I mean, thanks to the viewers, thanks to the subscribers, thanks to the likers, thanks to the commentators, thanks to everybody, man. So I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. One Africa.